think we're running here. Right. Just let him know. All right. Let me set up the teams. I don't even know who's playing, to be completely honest. We got a little bit of an earlier game here. I gotta set my stream all up. Let me make sure I can get my link out so people know what's going on. Then I can actually like set it up correctly. All right. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. It's been a minute since I've streamed, so gotta lock in. I gotta change the stream title. Oh, CSA play-ins / play. Boom. Trying to get a link out so everybody knows what's going on. We are going to be covering a tiebreaker, and then we're going straight into the actual games. So we got a long day of Rocket League ahead of us. Let me just, I think I got set the stream title correctly because we do got play-ins. We got tiebreakers, play-ins, and then playoffs round one. I think a lot of playoffs round one playoffs round ones are going to be rescheduled. But we're going to cover what we can here today. Let me send the link so people know we're streaming. All right. Like that. I like that. Let me copy that and put that into like MCS2. Why not? And then we actually get going. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Is it not a self promo? Must not be. Deo? GG. I don't know. I thought there was one like right here. Okay, all good. Yeah, I can't find it. It's okay. I think we'll be alright. We will be alright. Alright, let me. I might as well throw it in homies as well. Why not? Cool. I gotta set up the. I think Baltimore Boxers are playing. Write that down. Baltimore. That's not how you spell Baltimore. Jesus. Can't read anything right now. I will pull it up in just a second if someone is saying something. I am sorry. I'm panicking. Baltimore Boxers, and honestly, I don't even know what Team Chegaflow and whoever their third will be. I know it's typically Nutmeg, but he won't be back for about an hour, so they're playing with a sub. Not a great day to not be home. Is what it is, I guess. Las Vegas, Las Vegas Bandits. That's right. All right. looks pretty good. Best of 7, I believe. Just minimize that. Cool. I think we're good. Ready to get on a roll here. Oh, new party. Oh. Alright. Looks like they're remaking the lobby. Or remake. Who did they get on? Ooh, not even in the party. I think I saw Lemonhead, or yeah, I think I saw Lemonhead in the party, which is, that's a big. Those are some big shoes to fill. Fill a Nutmeg, and Lemonhead is trying his best to start it up. All right, all right. They're not even all here. What? All right, he's already here. That's on me. Let's get it. Let's go. Las Vegas Bandits versus Baltimore Boxers. Let's get into this. I'm not very biased towards either of these teams. Love my boy Flo, love my boy Shagga, love my boy Bob, all my homies. So hope they all do well. But only one team here can win. And what a story for the Baltimore Boxers, going in as the 16th seed, dominating their group, which had the 1 seed. And I believe that was the only team they lost to, if I recall, in groups, and they ended up above them. So right now, they're kind of on the climb. I think I got these teams backwards. Let me flip them on the scoreboard here. Good thing I noticed that right now, not later. And I believe this is best of 7. I need to pull up the rules just to be entirely sure. Sorry, everything just went out temporarily for you. That's on me. Let me fix my settings here. Perfect. That won't be happening again. And yeah, I do think this match is. I mean, I would want to say slightly favored towards probably the Boxers, honestly, because Las Vegas Bandits coming in here with a big sub up, Lemonhead doing his best here, and honestly, not looking too bad so far. Filling in the shoes nicely, hasn't gotten his team scored on or been the reason why mistakes are being made. In fact, Shagga's being the one to make a mistake, and Lemonhead left on his back foot has to clean up, but Arknor's good enough to get that ball past. First goal of this series. Good touch around, and then just a free chip over. 1-0. The Boxers off to a good start. Big kickoff here. Big double comes through for Arknor. Gives Shagga maybe a chance to flick towards Fran. 3 players on the backboard, but somehow that ball comes through. I don't even know how. Completely unscathed. Now a big clear comes through. Lemonhead just rips it across over to Flo. 50-50 comes through. It's going high. Shagga's going to be the first one there. Maybe a drop-down pass for Flo, but Bob shuts it down. Now Ash is trying to start up a counterattack. Gets a really big dunk. Now chasing down Shagga. Shot is completely missed. Lemonhead has to fly in for the save. Does well, but Arknor in the corner secures the boost and now putting this ball back into a threatening position. Even bumps out the last man. But Shagga smartly taking his time, giving those teammates time to recover and maybe get a prime opportunity to challenge like this. Flo, although does get dunked, stalls even more time. Lemonhead free clear out, but it looks like teammates had clashing opinions right there. Midfield pass comes through. Clash DA mentioned. Flo looking to pass this one up to Shagga, looking for a shot. He finds it, but Arknor better to it. Gets the save. Now even getting a chance to start the counterattack. Just rips it to the backboard where Flo can't quite make contact. Shagga's there to clean up the pieces. Ashes gets a very heavy touch that he wasn't expecting, and in fact it bounces all the way out, but he's able to get the follow-up. Lemonhead chasing after, just rips it mid. Argnor cutting that wave down and looking for even a reset. Now a bump, but Ashes is following it behind for the shot, and it's just too much for the defender. 2-0. Las Vegas Bandits are found themselves in a hole. They gotta dig themselves out soon. It's gonna take a lot, but it's possible. Bob just firing this one towards the backboard. Argnor does take a shot. Lemonhead better to it, able to get the save. Now looking for maybe one more into sidewall. Can't quite find it that time, but Flo is there. Leaving it for Lemon. Lemon who gets one. Flo can continue. But with absolutely no boost, a dunk is all you can have to settle for. Honestly, it was a pretty good dunk. Bob just absolutely rips it across the entire length of the field. Ashes chasing after. Gets Shega maybe a chance. Good 50. Ashes going up the sidewall. Great bump for Shega, but Ashes is still dangerous. Does get it past. Shot from the corner. Shega trying to start some fireworks early here, but saved away at the gate. Loose ball. Shega is going to have maybe some time, but Bob just charges in, no fear. Even gets a bump for his troubles. Flo, heavy touch, does get the reset back to it and puts the defender in an awkward spot. Ashes just has to opt for a clear. Lemon, heavy touch to the sidewall. Shega does have to chase quickly, but now Lemon in another awkward position, pops it down mid. Neither team can really get the prime touch that they're looking for, but it's at least not entirely dangerous. But now with low boost, multiple players of the Las Vegas Bandits just got to try scrapping together what they can. Pass comes through into the midfield, and Bob is going to easily be able to put that one home, making it 3. Pretty convincing win for the Boxers here, but that is kind of to be expected. You know, full team versus a sub up, and this is not just a one league sub up. I believe Lemonhead is on the Novice team, so this is a, you know, they had to skip past the entire professional team. I believe Jose is their first option, but even he wasn't around, and Ashes saves another one on the other line. I mean, that's kind of funny. I don't think it's going to matter too much, as this game is not exactly a nail biter, but you know, this is a good warm up for Las Vegas Bandits. That's pretty much all you can use this as. You know, this is your warm up, and you have no more time left. I know these two basically just hopped on the game. I'm sure Lemonhead hasn't just been sitting waiting for the sub up. How could he expect it? He just excuse me, hopped in here when he could. With all the time drained from the clock, all I have to do is hit the ground. Shega's going for one more own goal. Lemon can't quite put it through, but 3-0. Boxers are looking good. Good start, good start. What the hell? Did it not update? What the? I tried all tabbing and it immediately started going crazy. Usually I can... What? I must not change that. There we go. Now we're chilling. 1-0. The Boxers have primed themselves for a great position for the rest of the series, shutting down the Bandits entirely. Honestly, there were some great shots that game, just kept out right at the gate multiple times. But it's gonna all start with, in my opinion, Shega. He's basically gotta outplay 2 or sometimes even 3 players if they're gonna want to have a chance here. Flo as well has got to step up big time here. Gonna be a tough challenge. Argnor to the corner, but Shega's able to close the space. Double commit comes out, leaving Argnor in a temporarily bad position, but somehow this trickling ball is Argnor's ball. I don't know how. He just kind of gets back to it first. Ashes now going high, but with low boost. Opts for a pass. Now Ashes is still relevant. Chips this one midfield. Tough ball to react to, but Flo does well. Now Lemon just chasing after. Does get a huge clear. Ashes has time to collect. Looking for this a low 50. Completely dominates King Charles style. Flo. 50-50's one. Just takes a shot from midfield. Maybe Shega can get there for the double. Can't quite find it. That ball's going to trickle towards net, but Bob easily has the save and clear. Now the counterattack has got to be a little bit wary of. 50-50 comes through, but It's no good for the Boxers. Lemonhead slowing this play down. Maybe gets a pass out mid. Argnor able to save it away. Flo from the corner just opts to leave it. Shega nearly striking on, but Lemon almost having a chance right there. Defender just barely caught on to what was happening and got that save. This ball's going to be hit across. Shega's just going to chase after. That's a pretty tough bounce for the average person to read, but Flo is anything but average, looking for the close range double. Can't quite find it this time. 2 minutes into this game, and it's already looking better for the Bandits. In fact, getting a one-on-one here. Ashes does well yet again. He's kind of just playing the center of the net right there, and the ball flew straight towards him. Lemon, free clear to the sidewall. Bob is trying his best, but just hits it hard. Shega, control, looking for a reset. I think found it, but guess not, with no wave dash. It's a crazy demo for Argnor. I thought it was the other way around. Gets the get back, but oh my goodness, as a flurry of demos come through, Flo does find the gap and able to clear that ball, but it's sent back towards net. Shega just into the corner, can't quite find the double either. Argnor just rips it back in, and with a bump, that shot's wide. Bob might have had an open net right there. Flo going high, but with absolutely no boost to play with. He has to just opt for a slight touch. Lemon in the corner, chips it down. Ashes is going to be there. Even Bob now trying to join the fun. But putting Argnor in another tough spot, but he just dives, and Shega can't get that ball moving quick enough. Now this whole play is kind of just fizzled out, and that shot's lacking quality. Lemonhead's going to be left on his defensive end for a second. Does well to get the touch. Argnor looking for the midfield pass, and as the demo comes through, it's just a completely open net for Bob. A lot of sloppy touches right now for the Las Vegas Bandits, and honestly, mistakes that should be easily avoidable. I think Baka. Is Lemon Novice head? I think so, Busy. Shega trying his best to maybe find a 50. Ashes just rips it to the ceiling, looking for maybe one more. Argnor wanted to join the fun, and once again, another 1v2. This is just an unsavable position, but Bob gets the save. Absolutely insane defense now on the other end. I mean, how many 1v2s are we going to have? Shega heavy touch to the sidewall, misses the follow-up. Lemon's trying to cover, does get a good touch. It's going up the sidewall. Midfield pass comes through, but it's slow, and Bob is able to clear it out. Shega, back foot, takes it back to the sidewall, has lots of boost to play with, just looking to take control, got the flip. Bob going wide, looking to maybe outplay one more. It's a midfield pass. Flo is there to find the 50. But Ashes now able to collect the ball, forcing Lemonhead to do some defense. Does well. Bob, who's air dribbling, takes a 50, and that one's just going to end in. Bob just takes a low 50 in the sky, and whoever challenged that ball got absolutely punished. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see. Shega plays the high. And that 50 is just horrible. Right now, Shega needs to step up big time. And, like, defensively, we are not seeing that. And the 1v2s, we are not seeing that. We gotta, you know, it's the small mistakes that are adding up right now. And honestly, this game could be, I honestly think Las Vegas Bandits have, for the most part, looked like the better team this game. But they're losing by 2 because the small mistakes are adding up. They've had lots of 1v2s this game that they have not capitalized on. And right now, they're looking down the barrel of a perfect sweep. They gotta lock in. Now Bob even getting one more shot. Flo's able to get the save. Looking to maybe take a 50, but Ashes just fakes and goes around. Lemon with no boost does find a time to challenge. Luckily, player goes missing. Now Shega maybe with low boost takes a nice 50, giving Flo a chance to close the space. Just rips it off the sidewall. Need a goal right now, but Ashes is up so early. And with a pre-jumping Bob, jeez, it's just so much offense for Lemon to take care of. I mean, he's just left on the back foot yet again, and a big flip forward is going to put him out of position. But 3 players he has to worry about, and once again, I mean, Lemon's just left alone on defense. What is he supposed to do right there? Pretty much nothing to be done. Shega and Flo need to step up big time. There's really no other option. It just has to be them. Honestly, I think Lemon's playing pretty well. You know, obviously he's not playing like Nutmeg, but what are you going to expect? Tried their best out there. Still time in this series, but I would say this might be a must-win situation at this point. If you drop one more game, you're in reverse sweep territory, and I just do not like your odds for a reverse sweep. Looks like Excalibur is also sitting in the lobby. Potential additional sub for Lemon. I honestly don't think Lemon is the problem. Maybe swap out Shega. All right, my bad. In all seriousness, though, this might be a must-win for the Las Vegas Bandits. I think right now they just gotta focus on getting one goal. You know, you gotta start somewhere, and it's gotta be a goal. Maybe a prime chance. Shega just goes completely missing, and Flo a poor touch backwards, leaving Lemonhead in another 1 versus 3. But he does well. Maybe the offense was rushing it a bit too much. Shega gets a nice save over to the sidewall. That's a tough bounce to read. But Ash is now going to be taking his time. Rips one to the backboard looking for the double. Both players go missing, giving Ardor a free chance to shoot. That goes high. Bob with a quick follow-up just rips it to the corner. Ashes. And right now, all it really seems like the Boxers are doing right now, they're just abusing their speed. They just know they're the faster team right now because, you know, Shega, Flo, and Lemonhead, they just won't be as fast. They won't be as coordinated. And they are just going as fast as they can to every ball, even if it means double committing. And eventually, they'll just get beaten up. But it is leading to a lot of messy mistakes that, you know, if the Bandits start, you know, hitting their shots or start coordinating their attacks, they could be in hot water. But, you know, once again, just using their speed to the finest, Bob just rushes down that ball and just rips one on net. Poor 50, and Shegas is getting bumped up, can't quite get the jump in time, and the ball's just going to go right over him. No one's back. Already a bad spot for the Boxers, maybe the worst start they've had. They've been, I think for the other games, they've held on for about a minute or two, or maybe 2 minutes or so. This game, I guess it's been about a minute and a half, so they've done well. Into the corner they go, looking for the sidewall, almost finding the corner read. That would have been absolutely disgusting. But you got to find it elsewhere. This ball's going to be launched down to Ashes. Ashes taking a shot, maybe looking for the double. Shega does well, just clear it out. Now, he's been given a 1 versus 1, but Bob actually able to cut that play down early, making it a 2v1. It's just great challenge, but they both challenged at the same exact time, which is, you know, one thing they've been doing a lot. Midfield pass is open, can't quite find it. Pinch comes through, it's dangerous, but Shega recognizes the time that he has, but gets absolutely demoed. Now Lemonhead trying to try his hand at a 1v1, does get the demo, but also, you know, pays his price for it. Bob going down the field, but with low boost, he's looking for a reset, can't quite find it. Flo now on the sidewall. Ash is diving, takes a 50, it's a good one. Bob now, who hung around, able to take another 50, and a missed close post, maybe fakes out the defender. Lemonhead, crazy save on the goal line, but it just won't matter as Ashes cleans it up, and I think that's all 3 players that basically committed right there, and Flo is not able to circle around in time to be in position, and it's just brutal how this is happening. Trying their best to get back into this series, but it's going to be tough. Ashes closing down the space early. Flo takes a 50, but it's going to be favored for the Boxers. Shot comes through, and now it's 3, and this game is just falling apart quicker than ever. Still have not seen a goal for the Las Vegas Bandits. They gotta piece something together right now. They just have no more time. No more time to play. Big miss comes through. This might be a chance. Shega going for just an impossible sidewall. Now Lemon left to do some defending. It's a heavy touch to the sidewall, but Bob just has a free clear, and Shega shuts it down, even finds the double, but just another 50 comes through. Now Flo diving, looking to outplay someone, but just a fake comes through, and it's just an easy touch for the next player. Lemonhead trying his hand at the corner read, can't quite find it either. Shega closing the space, but Ashes just takes a beautiful 50. Now Bob can run away with the ball. Flo, good touch to the corner. Looking to take this high, takes a 50. Argnor drops the ball down for Bob, and it's a shot to close corner. Oh my goodness, almost perfect placement. Maybe a chance to convert. It was completely wide, but the own goal will finally put the Las Vegas Bandits on the board. But I think Argnor just wanted another goal. That ball definitely was not in, but hey, you don't complain if you're the Las Vegas Bandits, you needed any spark, anything whatsoever. Maybe this is a chance. Maybe some confidence. You finally had a counterattack that worked well, and even if Argnor technically own goal that was most likely a goal either way. Shot comes through close post, great save for Flo. The follow-up has to be good here. Shega just running ahead, get the bump, but now a free shot comes through. Lemonhead does do well to get the save. Flo rushing back, just gets a touch, but Argnor up early, looking for the double, finds it, but Lemonhead shuts it down at the close post. This one's going to be dropped down in front of the box. Shega taking his time, just dribbling it out to the side while looking for a pinch, but Lemonhead, who was also there, I mean, the ball just didn't really go anywhere. Ashes leaving this one, but Flo's able to connect early. This one's going to be hitting to the midfield. Ashes just cuts it. It's slowly going to the sidewall. Shega pinches, and it's going to be a free ball once again. Ashes gets a free chance on net. Flo, great save. Bob looking for the Doomsday. Argnor flies in as well, and now it's a 1v2. Pass comes through, but Ashes just shuts it down. And that might just be game. The last few seconds are just trickling down. They still need two. Shega, maybe with the last chance of the game here. It's into the corner. Bob just needs to keep it close. He doesn't quite. Midfield pass comes through. No one's home. And that'll be game as Bob just dribbles it down the entire length of the field, looking for a peak shot. Can't quite find it. But now, 3-0 for the Boxers. Shega does at least get one more. Maybe a charity goal, but I don't know. Oh, I think it's over. Is it just a best of 5? It might just be a best of 5. Ashes called GG's. I kind of thought this was a best of 7. All right, both teams seem to think it's one or the other. Let me check the rules. Let's just check the announcements. I'm trying to find it. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. I have to open a ticket. Okay, I looked away and I guess they called it. All right. All good. Okay. I would have assumed it was a best of 7, but I believe it is a best of 5. That's my bad for ruining the overlay, but I don't think anyone's going to complain too much. There you go. It's fixed now. Hooray! All right. Rip. Rest in peace. Las Vegas Bandits. I think that's it for them. GG's all around. I'm gonna see if any of the Denver Shred Boys are playing. I don't know. I know a lot of the teams are having to make a run. Let me check. All right. Okay, our world class team plays their match 1 at 9 p.m. EST and match 2 at 10 p.m. EST. It'll be Denver Shred versus, I believe that's Chicago Titans. No, that is not Chicago Titans. What is that? SHA. Charlotte. Charlotte. Believe. All right. Fire. Well, I guess it's going to be a while before any of my games will be played. Yeah, it's Charlotte Comets, by the way. So I guess I'll just end the stream for now then. So teams can go watch that match back if they would like. Fire. I bet I'll be back whenever my next games are. I'll try to be around. So till then, I'm gonna hop out of here and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.